Okay, you guys, so I'm back from my trip that I took to the Philippines. I went to Manila and I went to El Nido, and I just wanted to share with you guys quick little overview recap of the whole trip in general. I am officially home and I stayed in my place last night for the first night since I've been back, and my brain is just not comprehending still that we're back to reality. I want to just preface this and make this very clear that the Philippines was absolutely stunning and amazing, and it was a beautiful experience. I have and been to Thailand about 2 years ago, and was it 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago. And I loved the trip altogether. And I still think that Thailand, you have my heart. You're number one in my list of all the places I visited so far, because I felt like Thailand, Koh Phi Phi Island, and Phuket was the best experience. It had a balance of island and city fun, like nightlife, and I just thought that was like the perfect balance, and I loved it. So, with that being said, so as you can see, the nice little tan. And the crazy part is that in Philippines, I try to hide from the sun. And if you know me, you know that me hiding from the sun is a it's unheard of. I am such a sunbather. It's not even funny. But the fact that I was trying to hide from the sun because it was so hot, and because I was like, I need to take a little bit more better care of my skin, and Philippines came in hot. I'm not even exaggerating. It was like, ah! But nonetheless, I love my tan, and it was just it was amazing. I did see a lot of stray dogs, which I usually see every time you like go out of the country for some reason. But what I loved about it was that they were like well fed. They were so well fed, these stray dogs, and there was like hundreds and hundreds of them everywhere. I even offered them like pizza bread, whatever I didn't eat, and they were like, we don't want this. So that shows you that they have choices and options, and they're like, I don't want that. But anyway, we did like tour A and we did tour C, which is like the boat, the kayaking, the hidden beach, the snorkeling, all that stuff. And the water is literally turquoise blue. So for anybody to tell you that that's a filter or that's edited, I promise you that is definitely not. It is exactly the color of the ocean. Warm water, salty, and just so crystal clear and just stunning. The food, 10 out of 10. Everything that we ate and we tried, no matter if it was Filipino food or Thai food or whatever the case was so good. Now, granted, I didn't eat anything off street, like off street food. Anything that I ate was like at a restaurant. No offense to anything of that. It's just not my thing. I feel like it's too risky for my opinion. Everybody else is different. But I definitely had everything that I ate was awesome. It was so good. And like, let's not even forget to mention that the pricing of everything was amazing. Like, it was literally like $2 to get from the hotel to like the town in El Nido, the island, Palawan. It was like $2 each way, you know what I mean? And so there's always like tuk-tuks and people ready to like, pick you up. And I'm going to tell you a little trick. Just clap your hands when you're approaching them, and they already know you need a freaking tuk-tuk. So it's just interesting to see how you just like learn mannerisms when you're in like different places, and it's just so fun. But anyway, yeah. If you do get seasick, I suggest that you take some Dramamine, like non-drowsy one, when you're getting on the boats, because even though the water is calm, you still want to just be prepared so you don't have a messed up trip while you're out in the sea. So yeah. Another thing I want to mention is that the people there are extremely nice. Everybody was nice, and number one thing, we all felt 100% safe. There was like no disrespect. There was no like perversion. There was no like nothing. Like, everybody was extremely friendly and nice. You have your people that are asking you to like give them food or whatever like that, but that was not as common. I think you have more of that in like LA than you would have out there in El Nido or in Manila, because we also went to Manila and we stayed in the Nobu Hotel, which I didn't even know personally. I love Nobu, but I did not know they had a hotel. And I think the only one they have is in Philippines. So we definitely made sure to spend 2 nights over there, and it was a beautiful, beautiful hotel that is on linked with like a casino inside of it. And then if you go through the elevators and you go through the other side of the floor, you end up in an actual mall. And then when you leave that little mall, you can like step outside and cross the street, and now you're in like a 5 to 7 floor mall in like right there. So everything you need is literally in one spot. And to take the taxi to go to the Chinatown in Manila, it was literally, I think it was like $5. But yeah, and all the food there was great. They had a bunch of snacks, a lot of like little accessory things that you can buy for like souvenirs or for yourself if that's your thing. Overall, Manila was great. So was El Nido. We loved it. It was a small town. So I noticed that I know that karaoke is a really big thing in the Philippines, and we saw and we heard people like doing the karaoke things, but it didn't seem like the bars and the like entertainment area sector was, filled. At least the times when we were there, and we would see people, like maybe one or two people sitting around, but the bars and stuff were pretty empty, which was kind of disappointing to me because I was just like, I know that in Thailand, in Phuket, it was like a rave every single night, and we loved that. So we didn't like partake in any karaoke or anything like that because the bars, like I said, were empty. But we walked around, people watched, and it is very hot out there. I can't preface that enough. But I think other than that, there's a lot of like shops and stores. There's a lot of places for massages, regular massages, you guys, and like facials and stuff like that. And there's a lot of those places there. A lot of coffee shops, which the coffee was really, really good as well. And there's just a lot of food spots in general. So I feel like overall the experience was great. We did stay at the Lime Resort in El Nido, and our room was great. It was big, it was spacious. We had this beautiful patio overlooking literally the limestones and the ocean, and was gorgeous. And they do include breakfast depending on what your reservations are. Breakfast every day was something different, but nonetheless, everything was good. Adobo chicken was probably my favorite thing. And then for breakfast, they have this oatmeal, and I just added like Greek yogurt and like papaya on it. And it was just, I don't know what it is about their oatmeal, but it was just amazing. So anyways, overall, it was a great experience, and we had such a good time. We were there for 2 weeks, and we didn't really spend a lot of money, to be honest. I don't know what a lot of money to someone else means, but to me, we really didn't spend a lot of money. We had a great time, and I have to add this. Don't bring a bunch of like fancy smancy clothes, because you're really going to be in like athleisure the whole time in bikini, because it is so hot. If you think you're going to be wearing heels and like accessories the whole time, I would rethink that. It's cute for pictures, but that's about it. Let's be realistic. Just bring athletic clothes and shorts and sneakers and like sandals and just call it a day. But there is a lot of things to do as far as like canopy walk and the tours that they have. You just pick and choose which one you want to do, or one or all. And there's just a lot of like little activities that you can do on the island. So plenty to keep you entertained. And I also do think that 8 days, 7-8 days is good enough to be on El Nido, and maybe like a day or two in Manila. I don't know. Depends on what your goals are and what you exactly want to do. And I know I'm rambling, but I'm trying to make this video less than 10 minutes. So that way you guys can get to booking your trip to Philippines. But yes, overall, 10 out of 10. Love the experience. I thought it was great. I just wish I had more of a nightlife, but that's understandable. It's okay. At the end of the day, the overall experience was gorgeous, and I would totally do it again for sure. And yeah, if you ever been to Philippines, to El Nido, or to Manila, please drop down below what your experiences was, and maybe recommend what's my next place to go to. Let me know down below. Bye. See you in my next video.